What's up, everybody, and welcome to another video in my channel. In this video, I'm going to be talking about growing your personal brand and specifically about the things I wrote here, which are going to help you grow your personal brand organically. So if you're looking to reach 6 figures with your personal brand, potentially even 7 figures or even 7 figures per month, those are the key elements that you need to focus within your content to actually grow your business. It's going to be super tactical and super specific, because if you're trying to get people to buy from you using your content, sometimes you may think, hey, it's a sales issue, or I need to optimize my appointment setting, or I need to optimize how I talk to prospects, or I need to optimize the way I close them on the phone. And while you may need to optimize all those things, or may need to optimize your funnel, there's one thing that if you can optimize that, everything else becomes easier. You're going to get way more people coming into you without even increasing effort, but just doing it better. Way more people are going to come, but it's not just going to be more people in the quantities. It's going to be more people within the quality. They're going to know you more. They're going to trust you more. They're going to already be familiar with your story, with your product. They may even know the name of your dog. They may know you so well that then everything else becomes easier. It's become easier to convert them. It's become easier to close. It's become easier to help them. And that's really what I want to talk about. Now, the thing is, there is the theoretical way on how to do it. And everybody may give you advice. You should do this. You should stop doing this. I want to hop on my computer and really give you practical things that you can implement today, but then also give you how to think about content and how to think about your brand in a way that you can literally execute and start seeing results. So let's just hop on my computer and start. Really what I wrote here, it's literally the 4 things that you should implement in your content. So if you guys didn't get it, I'm talking about your personal brand and how you can present yourself, your transformation, and who you are. The transformation you have gone through. People talk about from zero to hero. If you know Russell Brunson with Expert Secrets, like, I don't know, 10 years ago, it started to be a thing. And obviously, it's still a thing. People still buy from people they know, like, and trust. People are buying out of emotion. While these things remain the same, what is always changing is the tactics. What is always changing is the strategies on how you actually do it on social media. I want to show you what changed and how you can implement it today. So I want to dive into the first one on really how to get more attention on your content. That's the first step, right? You got to get attention. So the first step I wrote here on my computer, and I'm going to be sharing with you this exact document, by the way, that I wrote. And what I'm also going to be sharing with you is, if you're going to comment hooks on this video here in the comments, I'm going to share you an entire PDF with hooks and ideas, over 100 hooks and ideas that you can literally go and record content right away. It's completely things that went viral and we have been testing. You guys need to use it. So first thing is getting more attention. And the first thing you can do is just use more negativity in your content. I'm talking about negativity because 99% of people think a lot more negative than positive. A lot more negative thoughts come to mind. So if you're trying to be so positive with your content, they may not hear it. Yeah, you may not relate to them. So instead of using a lot of positivity, what you want to do is use words like stop doing this, or mistake. You're making this one mistake, right? Or here's the number one problem, or here's the problem. You want to say stop, mistake, problem, missing out, stuck, dump, throw away. Basically, you want to start with negativity in your hooks and in your content in general, and then transition that into the value. But you always want to open up with negativity. That's going to increase your relatability to your audience, and it's going to open them up to really hearing what you have to say. Now, it's really simple. I'm going to show you how it's connecting with the second thing that is going to lead you to really getting masses of attention, but also the right attention. And the second thing is polarizing hooks. Not even just polarizing hooks, but polarizing content in general. I'm just going to give you an example for a personal brand. You can basically, let's assume you are teaching people how to do day trading. You can be very, let's say, average and regular with your content, and you can just record valuable content. And you can just say on your Instagram or TikTok or whatever platform you choose, here is how I do my trades, and here is how much profit I am making. A lot of regular advice that you would give, even if you're a great trader. But would it attract attention in 2024, going into 2025? Probably not. So you want to be polarizing. Same thing with the negativity. People react to it, create engagement, and that's what's going viral. So I just gave you here, I'm looking on my computer and I'm going to share this here. I gave you here a bunch of ideas just my team did this week. And those ideas we are certain are going to go viral. And I'm just going to show you, and no matter what offer you are, no matter what brand, this is going to open up your mind, and you can use those hooks and those polarizing ideas, and you can come up with even more. Because when you create polarizing content, it's really what's going to create effect. And in the next step, I'm going to show you how you're actually going to present your transformation and present your offer and present your story in a way that's going to connect with this entire thing, right? One more thing before I start talking about the polarizing things, I want you guys to know simplicity is overpowering complexity. You always want to keep things simple. So just like I'm recording this video where I have my notebook here, I have my notes, I have my camera on my phone, and I just record it and I give you guys a lot of value that you can implement. I don't have fancy editing and I don't have a lot of the things that people may think they need for content. Same thing on Instagram. Like the more simple you can make it, the more authentic it would look and it would fit the theme of what you're trying to say here. Like the polarizing things you're going to say, it's your actual thoughts. It's actually what you think, what you say, because it's simple. It's like you made the content, within like 10 minutes, you made a content piece. And that's how I would want it to look like. So I would want to have reels or carousels with just tweets or with footages and with photos from the past. And you basically tell a story. And it doesn't matter what your brand is about and what your offer is. I'm just going to present you general ideas and you take them or you don't take them and you do whatever you want, right? So option number one, I told my girlfriend I would leave her. That's the hook, right? I told her I would leave her. And then I would leave her if I couldn't succeed, provide for her, build a safe future, make sure our kids are taken care of, give our kids a present father or a role model, blah, blah, blah. So the hook here is on a polarizing hook is I told my girlfriend I would leave her. It's negative, right? It's negative. So it's going back to our point number one. And it's really polarizing because you can take it, right? Let's assume you have a BZOP offer and you teach people how to make money. You can basically attract attention by saying, hey, I told my girlfriend I would leave her if I'm not able to provide for her, for our future family. I'm not able to do this and that, whatever. And you can say basically a few things that you would do if you wouldn't be able to, but you were able to, which would lead us to the transformation. Now, why it would connect with people already? Because they may feel the same. They may be in a situation where they have a relationship, but they are on the trigger on about to get married, but they are not doing it because they didn't get their finances right, or they wait to have an actual relationship because they need to get it right. And like, obviously, you know your audience best, so you can put the reasons and tell the story in the right way, make it authentic, make it true. But this is a polarizing way to start, right? I told my girlfriend I would leave her. I'll give you another example. Me and my girlfriend agreed to have an open relationship. Again, let's assume you have a BZOP offer, or let's talk like you and even have a fitness offer, right? So you help people with their fitness goals. We agreed on having an open relationship. People are going to be like, what? Super controversial. But then you're going to say something like, we agreed to have an open relationship, but our idea of open relationship is a bit different. We decided to be open about finances, about kids upbringing, about bills, about family roles. So if you're in the fitness space, you can say, we decided to be open about which food comes into our house, about our diet, about exercising, or about what attraction means to us. Maybe you want to talk about like physically, like what do we attracted to, stuff like that. And you can basically start your content in a really polarizing way, which is we agreed on having an open relationship, and you're going to give the reasons, but what you're going to be open about. So again, you started with the negativity or some type of polarizing, and you take it and you lead it towards value. So I'll just go a few more examples quickly. I think you get the point. Last year, my girlfriend and I agreed to sign a prenup. I told my fiance or my girlfriend, I won't have kids or don't want to have kids unless, again, you can take it the way you want it. If you are over $60,000 a year, here is why you shouldn't save money for your kids. Take it the way you want it. Or I earn, let's assume, $100,000 every month, but I won't leave a penny for my kids. And then, you can take it the right way. You can talk about why you won't leave them a penny, or why would you do? Maybe you leave them assets. Maybe you do something else. The goal here is to take something very polarizing and create value of it. And the last thing, 5 things I won't allow my wife to do after we get married. Very, very polarizing. Like, why wouldn't you allow your wife anything? People would be upset. People would be like throwing rocks at you. But then you can take it into a positive way. And like, I wouldn't allow her to wear cheap clothes unless she wants to. I wouldn't allow her to compromise on quality of the education of our kids. Stuff like that, right? You start polarizing and you take it the right way. That's really the way to go about content nowadays. If you can do that, you are going to guaranteed go viral. It might be a 30-second video. It might be a 1-minute video, but that's really how you go viral. And maybe not every video would go viral, but you're going to start create 10 like this, another 10. And out of the 10, one would work, another one would work. And you start catch the algorithm and the momentum. So hopefully that makes sense. I hope it's a lot of value, guys, because this is some stuff that you may scroll on Instagram and you see people are doing and you see them going viral, but you don't get it. You're not like, wow, how can I do it? Like you don't see, because it's very hard to spot those polarizing kind of ways to do content, especially to put yourself in the place to actually start thinking in a polarizing way, because most of us are like authentic. We want to speak directly. We are very direct. Hey, you want to lose weight, you just need to consume less calories and stuff like that. And like, if you just talk like that in your content and be very specific, it's not going to work. You got to come up with ways that would trigger people and get the attention. And that's really how you do it. Now, I want to jump into the third point here, which is how you present your transformation and the data. Because just being polarizing, it's not enough. Just being polarizing will maybe gonna get you a lot of attention, but attention doesn't mean more money. Attention is great, right? I even own multiple million followers, team pages on Instagram, and it doesn't mean they make a lot of money. While they can make money and some of them make great money, I know for a fact, if I don't make this attention relevant to what I'm selling, then of course, I can't make money. You can have a lot of attention for people thinking, why would you have an open relationship? But if you're a fitness coach, or if you're a trading coach, or if you are whatever you're trying to sell, an agency owner, it's not going to get you anything besides attention. So you got to learn how to transition this attention into relevancy, right? So that's really when you tell your story and you present data in a simple way. I'm going to talk about point 3 and 4 really together, because point 4 is tell your story in a viral way, short and relatable way, and presenting the data and the transformation. It comes together, right? So essentially, we are talking about zero to hero, right? Telling a story. So if we start with me and my girlfriend decided to have an open relationship, and then we are going to talk about what we decided to be open about. So let's say we decided to be open about our finances, and we decided to be open about the food we bring into the house, and we decided to be open about those few things that now going to create attention. And then I'm going to explain why. So I'm going to say, we decided those things because 8 years ago, we fell into a major crisis or a major event happened. And you take a picture, you find a picture of yourself from the time you had this crisis or the transformation or the story basically begin. Maybe it's me as a young kid, or maybe it's like me and my girlfriend 8 years ago, or it might be a month ago or a year ago, doesn't matter. But something in the past that led you to achieving this transformation, right? So basically you tell your story and you find the picture, you put the picture on the reel and you share the situation. So why did you decide to do those? And then you tell your story, right? So I gave here an option to a few things. Like for example, my only goal in life back then was to find a stable job. And then I realized nothing is stable. I got myself into debt, stuff like that. Like you start telling your story, depending on your story, right? Or this was a major downfall I needed. Now I know I needed it to understand how to live different. And you start the transformation. And basically what you want to do is find some key points in your story that you want to present so people can resonate with it. It can be relatable to people, and you should put it in the same video, in the same post that started with a negative or polarizing hook. You put it in the same post, then you get specific with data and numbers. So you tell your story, you had some realization, and you can have different realizations from different places to connect with your audience. So you had this realization really, and once you show people the realization, you want to jump into data. So I had this realization, for example, stable job wouldn't satisfy my goals. With a stable job, I would never be able to live freely. So I found this mentor, and picture with you and your mentor, or I found this guide, or I searched in Google, or something that you did, and I decided to learn, let's say, Amazon FBA, or I decided to learn trading, or I decided to go to the gym. Doesn't matter what you talk about. You did something, you took some action that led to results. Now, instead of explaining how you did it, which is what you always want to avoid in content, you want to talk about the results that you achieved. You did this thing, and then you can say something very specific information where it's like, year 1, I made $25,000. I didn't stop there. Year 2, God bless, I made $546,000. Random numbers, by the way, guys. Year 3, I made $3 million. And that's where I really achieved true financial freedom. And you talk about yourself, and then you add some emotion, you want to connect to people, and you say, looking backwards, thinking I wanted a stable job in order to be financially free, I never thought this could happen. All thanks to this thing, whatever you show, right? That's your content piece. Because now you started it with a polarizing way, and you finished it by telling your story, showing your transformation. People can connect you, people can trust you, and now people want to walk the same path that you did. So if you went from poverty to financial freedom, if you went from being fat to being fit, or if you went from being a bad parent to being a great parent. Whatever the transformation that you went through, your target audience is usually at your starting point or somewhere in your way, in your journey. You want to create some type of timeline that they're gonna see themselves in the same point that you were. And then they can see where you are now, so they can imagine how it would be for them. And then you want to finish the video by a very, very simple call to action, which is, I'm now teaching everything that I went through. Or if you want to learn more about the journey that I went, I created a free training that shares this exact thing. You basically want to finish by giving value. You want to finish by giving away something for free, usually something that relates to everything that we talked in this video, the transformation and how you did it. So you want to say, hey, I did this one thing. I created this one thing I can give you for free, and comment below. And then you're going to get a ton of comments, right? All those comments with simple managed flow. Let me know if you want to learn more about it. I can give you the exact flow we use. With a simple managed flow, you can actually give them this thing for free, and that would lead them to really booking a call with you, to your training, learning about you. We want to drive people from really short form content into long form. On Instagram, we want to go and be polarizing. We want to go and be short, to the point. We want to attract attention, but the right attention, like we talked here. And then you get them into the funnel. You get them into your DMs, you get them into reading this PDF that you wrote or seeing that video. That's what you need to just generate in sales. Now, if you implement those 4 things, again, you're going to get the right attention. And by getting the right attention, you now have a profitable personal brand. Now, profitable personal brand is going to allow and open you a circle of opportunities. Now you can go and run ads and just get more attention. Or you can go and run shoutouts and get more attention. You can hire a better sales team so you're able to convert people on a higher percentage. You can launch more offers. You can do so much because you have attention and the right type of attention. So hopefully that helps. Comment hooks below. I'll give you everything that we have. I'm going to also share this document that I put here on the video. I'm really trying to be as tactical as I can, as valuable. Those are things that can literally take your personal brand to the moon. If you already have a personal brand and that is making minimum around 10 to 20, 30K a month, and you want to get my team's help to help you implement those things that we are talking about here, whether it's coming up with the scripts for you, editing the content for you, creating everything, running shoutouts, helping you scale your sales team, really anything to take you from where you are to 6 figures a month and above, check the description below. You can book a call with either myself or my team where we can review where you are with your business, and we'll give you value on what are the steps you need to take to go from where you are to where you want to go. And if potentially we find benefits in working together, we may collaborate and partner up. So check the description below. Hopefully this was valuable, and I'll see you in the next one.